Hey everyone, how's it going? Cloud here, and welcome to my guide on the Grand Tree quest. Now, for this quest, the only requirements you need are to be able to defeat a level 140 black demon, which can be safe spotted, so you can take that into consideration. Now, there's no quest requirements, however, I do recommend you've completed the Tree Gnome Village quest beforehand, only because that gives you access to spirit trees, which really do speed up getting to and from the Grand Tree. So, I would definitely recommend completing that quest first. Now, I have a guide on that quest which can be found in the description below, so it might be worth checking that one out. And as for the items, there's no actual items required to complete the quest. However, you will need obviously armor, weapon and food, etc. to be able to defeat the black demon, which I'll speak about a bit further on. However, I do recommend fighting it with magic, which will make sense to you during the quest. And as for recommended, a charged ring of dueling may come in handy, and also access to the Lodestone network, which I'll speak about in a minute. So, that's everything with the requirements and items. Now onto the quest starting point. So we're currently at the spirit tree, which is in the Tree Gnome stronghold. Now, as I mentioned, if you ever complete the Tree Gnome Village quest, it gives you access to spirit trees. Now, if you have done that, the quickest way to get to this in particular spirit tree is to head to the Grand Exchange, either via teleporting to Varrock using a normal spell, or you can teleport to the Edgefield Lodestone using the Lodestone network. And if you need a guide on completing or activating the full Lodestone network, you can find one in the description below. But either way, if you head to the Grand Exchange, you'll find a spirit tree in the northeast corner of the Grand Exchange. If you choose to teleport to the Gnome stronghold, you'll then arrive to the spot that I'm currently at now, and then from here we can head to the quest starting point, which is on the ground floor of the Grand Tree, and you want to speak to the King Narnode in order to start the quest. So, speaking to the king, he'll tell you that there is something wrong with the Grand Tree, and will tell you to go down into the basement to the foundations of the tree, where you will see that the roots are slowly deteriorating. He'll tell you that the only person that could help them is Hazelmere, a Grand Tree creator and guardian, and Narnode gives you a bark sample and a translation book to help you understand his words. Hazelmere can be found on a small island east of Yanil, so easiest way to get there is to teleport to the Yanil Lodestone via the Lodestone network. And then once you arrive, if you head directly east through Yanil, you should eventually be able to access the small islands, and you'll see some jungle spiders around as well, so you know you're in the right location. Once you've done that, obviously you'll be at the hut. If you climb up the ladder, you should find Hazelmere, and you'll be able to hand over the items to him. He responds, but you're unable to understand him, and after some incoherent blabbering, he'll give up and use magic to communicate with you. He takes your bark sample, and after examining it, writes down a message for King Narnode, and after using the translation book, it reads, "A man came to me with king seals, with the king seal. I gave the man Draconia rocks, and Draconia rocks will kill the tree." So now we want to return to King Narnode in the Grand Tree. So again, probably quickest way is to use a spirit tree at the Grand Exchange, and you can get straight back into the Gnome stronghold. And then once you're there, if you head to the king, he'll ask you for information that you may have obtained, and pass over to him the translation of Hazelmere's message. So you'll need to choose each translated line from the conversation window. After giving him the full message, King Narnode tenses up at the thought of Draconia rocks. When you ask about the rocks, he will tell you that they are a fail-safe method created by Hazelmere to destroy the tree in case it grows out of hand, and the king wants you to help their race by assisting them in finding the rocks. He also requests you to warn one of their tree guardians, Glough, of the threat to the stronghold. Now, Glough is located just southeast of the Grand Tree in a tree house, so if you head over to that direction now, just watch where I'm going. And then when you try to talk to him, you'll find out that he greatly resents humans, and as you mention the situation about Draconia rocks, he unsurprisingly blames humans, as he does not trust them. He tells you he'll take care of the problem, that you should report back to the king. So return to the king, and he'll tell you that Glough has already caught the culprit, a human who was caught with 3 Draconia rocks. You'll ask to see the prisoner, who is located on the very top floor of the Grand Tree. So you can go up the ladder several times till you reach the very top floor and talk to the prisoner, whose name is Charlie. When you interrogate him for a motive, he'll blurt out that he was only doing what Glough had paid him to do. He had gone to the gnome on the hill and gave him the seal in exchange for the rocks. He'll tell you to search Glough's house for evidence. So if you return return to Glough's house again. You should remember where we went a few minutes ago, and then you want to search the cupboard and you will find his journal. After reading the journal, you'll find out that Glough, unlike his ancestors, wants to come out of hiding and launch an attack on humans. When you confront Glough for being a spy and framing Charlie, he'll become outraged and will order his guards to arrest you and throw you into jail. Once you're in the jail cell, talk to Charlie, and he says that he wants you to gather more information about Glough's plans. You'll need to talk to the foreman at the shipyard, and he will also give you a password, Karamja, so that you can work undercover in Glough's crew. The king will appear and apologise for his actions, and will tell you to quickly escape on the Gnome glider, as Glough has sent up guards on other escape routes. Talk to the Gnome pilot in the clearing north of Charlie and he'll fly you to Karamja. Unfortunately, for some reason, the glider crash lands just west of the shipyard. However, that makes it easier for us to get there. Walk to the shipyard towards the east, and as you try to open the gate, you'll be stopped by one of the workers. Tell him that Glough sent you and give him the password that Charlie told you, which is Karamja. After getting inside, go to the foreman on the southern docks and talk to him. You can either kill the foreman or answer his questions. If you want to kill him but have low life points, you can buy 10 bananas from the crew member. If you choose to answer the foreman's questions, these are the answers that can be obtained by reading Glough's journal. So, how is Glough still with his wife? And sadly, his wife is no longer with us. What is Glough's favourite dish? He loves wormholes because he is an arsehole. And just one more, what's the name of his new girlfriend? Anita. Once you answer the foreman's questions, he will tell you about Glough's plan and give you a lumber order. If instead you decide to kill the foreman, he will drop the lumber order, which states Glough's plans to take over Garlanor. So, because the glider was broken in the crash, and the fact that Glough has put guards around the main entrances, the only way for you to get in is via these options. So if you complete the Tree Gnome village, you can use the spirit tree to go back into the centre of the stronghold. You can walk to the Tree Gnome stronghold gate and talk to Femi, tell her you need to get inside and she will sneak you in for 1,000 coins. Or you can use a Grand Seed pod, which you can buy from the Grand Exchange, which will take you to the top of the Grand Tree. But obviously, if you have completed Tree Gnome village, then that is the most simple way. That is why I really do recommend completing that quest before this one. So once you're back in the Tree Gnome stronghold, return to King Narnode and show him the order from the shipyard. He will not believe your accusations, and if you speak to Charlie again on the top floor of the Grand Tree, he'll suggest you speak to Anita, which is Glough's girlfriend. Now Anita can be found in the second tree house to the west of the swamp, which is northwest of the Grand Tree. So again, just watch where I'm going. Once you arrive at her place, talk to her and she'll ask you to return Glough's key for her because she forgot to give it back to him. Go to Glough's house, the one we travelled at before, which is southeast of the Grand Tree, and use the key to open the chest inside, and you will find some invasion plans detailing his plan to seize control over Garlanor. Take the notes to the king, who still won't believe your evidence, and when they searched Glough's house, all they found was some sticks lashed together. You want to take the sticks from the king. Now before returning to Glough's house, make sure you equip yourself for battling the Black Demon. Like I mentioned, using magic or range will be the best option because then you can safe spot him. However, I do highly recommend magic, as that is what the demon's weak against. So return to Glough's house and climb up to the very top, and you will find 4 stone stands, and use the sticks with the stands to spell out Tuzo, T-U-Z-O, which using your translation book means open. You'll hear some gears turning and a trapdoor on the platform opens. You want to enter it, but be prepared. After you enter, make sure to wait till Glough walks up to you and starts the conversation. If you move before he gets to you, you'll have to exit and go back through the trapdoor. As you enter, Glough talks to you and will send a level 140 Black Demon to destroy you. Now the demon is very strong and can hit over 1600 using melee attacks. However, it is recommended to use magic from hiding behind the rocks, and then you'll be able to stop the demon from using melee on you. Best thing to do if you're a low magic level like I am is literally just keep using all your minor abilities just to build up, able to use your asphyxiate ability and omni power ability. This is what's going to do the most damage to the demon, and if you've got any magic boosting prayers that you can use, that will also come in handy as well. But to be honest, because the demon's not hurting you, you're able to safely defeat it, so just literally keep trying to throw everything you can at the demon and eventually you will dispatch of him. So after you finally defeat the demon, it probably will take you some time if you're a low magic level, but walk along the passage until you find King Shireen standing by a ladder. Talk to him and tell him that Glough had sent a demon to attack you, but the king still does not believe you. He finally sends a guard to scout for Glough, to which the guard comes back with him, who is hiding amongst the stones. The king apologises and asks you to locate the last Draconia rock. Search the route all around the area until you find the Draconia rock. I think it's different for each player. Obviously, just make sure you don't get too agitated because it can be time consuming this bit and you might need to search all of the routes to find it. However, once you do finally obtain the Draconia rock, talk to the king again and he will thank you and he'll come up, congratulations, you have completed the Grand Tree quest. You're awarded 5 quest points, 7,900 agility experience, 18,400 attack experience, 2,150 magic experience, the ability to use the Grand Tree mine under the Grand Tree, the ability to use the Gnome glider transportation system, the ability to use the agility shortcut from the Grand Tree to the Barbarian outpost with 37 agility, the ability to use the Spirit Tree in the stronghold outside the Grand Tree, talk to Hysterian Minas in the Varrock Museum, who will grant you 5 kudos, 2 treasure hunter keys and 2 hearts of ice. So yeah, not too bad of a quest. The only main challenge with this is obviously fighting the demon, which is more time consuming than anything, especially if you're using the safe spotted magic method, as he's not actually able to harm you. It's just a case of dealing as much damage as you can. The overall reward from this quest is pretty good. 5 quest points. It's a large amount, and I think it's one of the only few quests that offer this amount in one go. Obviously you get a lot of attack experience, will bump you up a few levels. Using the Gnome gliders is very handy as well, and also completion of this quest is required for Monkey Madness, which is a lot of a harder quest to complete. However, that offers you even better rewards, so obviously this one is easy to get, it's better to get done sooner rather than later, and you shouldn't have any major difficulties with it due to no requirements other than defeating the demon. I don't think you'll get stuck using this guide. However, if you do run into any problems, leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll help you out as best I can. If you need any tips or helps to defeat the Black Demon, just simply ask. However, literally all I recommend is bringing the best magic gear you can and using the best magic spell against him, and literally just a case of dealing as much damage as possible. If not, thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you like, favourite, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Cheers guys, bye bye.